Hi folks, today we're going to talk about metals. You should have already watched the podcast, so none of this should be new to you. First thing you're supposed to do is name 5 metals. There are bunches of metals, so some of the ones I name, you might not name, right? And that's cool, right? A couple: silver, gold, tin, zinc, copper, iron, chromium, nickel, lead, and there are many, many, many more. Right? These are just some examples of some of the ones that quickly come to mind. Okay? So there are many more. In fact, you could name other things like steel or stainless steel, or brass or pewter, because they're all metals. Right? They happen to be alloys, but they're all metals. Define malleable. Malleable means that I can take a metal and I can pound it. I can hit it with a hammer. So most metals, many metals, are malleable and you can pound them into sheets. Ductile, think wire. All right, I can stretch it, or I can actually pull it. It's called drawing. I can draw the wire. I can draw it into a wire. So think copper, aluminum. Those are examples of some of the wires. Typically, a lot of the wires in our house are copper. What are 5 properties of metals? You should be able, off the top of your head, to list them. Right? The first one is that they have luster, or that they shine. All right? So if you think of a shiny penny, all right, you can say, well, it shines. And a lot of these guys you can think of just based upon the things that you know. You know, if you look at a copper penny when it's brand new, it has a shine to it. Or you look at a dime, it has a shine to it. Okay? They conduct electricity well. And they conduct heat well. So this is true of all metals, or almost all metals, is they have a shine, they conduct electricity, and they conduct heat. They're also malleable, and they are ductile. That's why I asked you for the definitions. So those are the 5 most common properties of metals. Is it possible that a non-metal would have a property of a metal even though it's not a metal? Yes, it is. There are certain non-metals. An example would be a metalloid called silicon, which has a lot of the properties of metals, but it is not a metal. Is it possible that a metal would not have one of the 5 normal properties of metals? Sure. It's entirely possible that when you look at a particular individual metal, that it might not have the same properties of metals, or all those 5. They'll have most of them, but not all.